Hi everybody and welcome to another tutorial from my Simply series range of books. Today I'm going to be taking you through a funky groove from my Simply Jazz, Blues and Rags books, so I do hope you like it. If you want to know where I got the book from, there'll be a link coming up above my head here, or there'll be a link directly in the description bar underneath this video. So if you want to know how to play a funky groove from my Simply Jazz, Blues and Rags, then please keep watching. First of all, I'm going to start by playing Funky Groove 3 for you, then I shall take you through parts of the music. Okay, so that was Funky Groove. Now this is a lively tempo, and there are some kind of awkward eighth notes going on in there. So let's talk about those first. So the main ones that I'm going to talk about are in bar 7 through to, I don't know, about bar 10. So not only have you got some sort of tricky sort of eighth notes in scale type arpeggio runs, you've also got a few flats going on in there as well. So if I start by going through bar 7 nice and slowly, so you've got the C's, so it's a second finger in a back position. So in other words, the second finger is going to be jammed in close to the first finger. So you must do a 4 for that E flat. You cannot do an open E because an open E is not an E flat. So it's the fourth finger is going to be, if you've got the third finger on the dot, the fourth finger is going to be just behind it, just sort of jammed in next to the third finger, or just above. If you've got a third finger dot, it's going to sort of go just above that. So your 1 is also going to be back as well. So the 1 is not going to be in the regular 1 position, it's going to be far back till you can sort of feel the ridge of that nut there. And you're just going to have to sort of cross the string. So bar 8 is fine. Moving on to bar 9. So your second fingers are all back. Your first fingers are all back in this bar as well. The third finger just goes on the normal place where you would expect it to do. So the second finger is jammed in close to where the first finger would normally be. And then you've got a B flat, it says so in the key signature. So that first finger is going to be back as well. It does say all this in the notes underneath the music, but second finger's back, first finger's back, third finger's normal. The second finger for the F is back as well. Third finger normal, second finger back, first finger back for the E flat, and then the C, which is 3 on G, is normal. And the next bar is pretty much a repeat of everything that we've just done. First finger's back. You've got another E flat there, which was that back 4, or the 4 which goes right next door to the third finger. Back 1 on the E string. A back 2 on the E string as well, and then that E flat for that 4. So that's pretty much it all the way through with all the E flats. So you have to do those as fourth fingers. I know people don't like doing the fourth fingers and everything, but it is good practice to do that. And not to mention the fourth fingers are sort of crunched in, they are back a little bit as well, but no open strings, or it's not going to sound quite as nice. You see, it's just something just doesn't sound quite right in there. So if you don't do the fourth fingers for the E flat, it won't sound good. But what you can do is when you get to the end and you have that scale run, which is pretty much more or less identical to the scale run in bars 9 to 10, you can just slow down there because it's coming towards the end. So you don't have to play it really fast. So it's just a case of slow practice. fact, it is identical to the run in bars 9 and 10. So again, just slow practice for this one, and then eventually if you do want to play it faster, sound actually quite cool if you play it faster. The only other thing I want to mention is bar 5, just that awkward rhythm you've got there. Rest, rest. So I'll play it again. So you want to hold the C, which is at the end of the bar, a little bit longer. So you can get that rhythm. So da 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 da. I mean, if you can't nail that bar absolutely perfectly, it doesn't really matter. I wrote the book, so I'm not going to go and have a go at anybody. So if you just do some kind of syncopated rhythm, but if you can't get it exactly as the music, don't panic yourself. Just do something as long as it's kind of syncopated, and then move on, and it'll sound great. So there we go, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed Funky Groove. Do check in the description bar directly underneath this video links to all the other book series. I've got Simply Gypsy, Simply Romantic, Simply Country, Simply Jigs and Reels, loads of other ones, so do check them out under there. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.